Hello Capricorn and welcome to your January reading. Happy birthday, happy new year with this leaving 2020 and welcome to 2021. So, I've meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out, two cards, Five of Wands and the Empress. Right there we have that kind of, the Empress, it's your feminine side. It's the side of you that has inspiration, that is creative, is allowing abundance, unconditional love, and so on. Here we have the Five of Wands. That means that your willpower is not completely aligned on this idea. And when our willpower is not completely aligned, it's because there's part of us. And that can be, of course, reflected outside, meeting obstacles when it comes to you actually bringing what you want to create, what you want to do. But we should always remember that what is outside is a mirror of inside. So, Five of Wands. Here you can see there are five young men, because the willpower is the masculine, but here it is that they are not mature men aligned in one. They are young. They haven't come to one alignment. So that can be parts of you that, due to beliefs, due to whatever old pattern way of doing things, contradicts that part of you that has inspiration, that wants to bring in something that would allow abundance in. Conflict. So you come in with this notion. If it appears that because you know it, you're aware of it, and we had your ruler Saturn in your sign for so long, now it's finally leaving. But that could be just what he showed you. What was putting obstacles on you when it comes to allowing abundance and unconditional love in your life, and inspiration and so on. After, we have the Eight of Wands. So that tells me that Five of Wands, since you're conscious of it, you're going to make this decision during the month where you are going to start to make moves. That means passing over that Five of Wands that conflicted. You're conscious of it, and that's what allows you, Ten of Wands, to finish that cycle of wands. But you're going to kind of use your willpower against these parts of you that are conflicted. If the Five of Wands would be aligned, it would actually create a pentacle in Wands. So that would be will over matter. So that's why when the willpower is not completely aligned, seems to have always like sticks in front of you, stumbling in the flowers of the carpet, as we say, or swimming against the stream. Why are things so difficult? Here, you're understanding it, and you're going to finish that cycle, close up that door at the end of the month. Under our Empress and the Five of Wands, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Moon. So all that Five of Wands is happening inside. When you have the Moon, you're talking about your subconscious, your unconscious, your inner world. That part that is not obvious outside there like the sun, but that is inner, ruled by the feminine parts of you. Here, with the Seven of Wands, that tells me that because of what was written or believed in the unconscious, that made you pass a long period where a lot of efforts were made, but not a lot of fruits were coming about. And you were probably getting to the point where you're tired and exhausted. And so to kind of unblock that stagnation, or not stagnation because you're not doing anything, but stagnation in that why doesn't it bring anything? Here with the moon, it kind of provokes us to go within, because outside the answers are not there. It's not a question of sending more CVs or, you know, doing more efforts of building another website or whatnot. It's not on the action level, it's going to be on the inner level. And in that inner level, as you see on the moon, you have that lobster here coming out of the water that is going to meet these two wolves, the dark one or the light one, or it can be seen as a dog and a wolf. One is more animalistic, ruled by your ego, and the other one is domesticated, ruled by your higher self. And they are both going to talk to you as you cross this path, to cross those two pillars and arrive on the other side of the moon where the sun is, and where you have all these little yod coming down. See, these are little nuggets of gold in the shape of the letter yod. That means that's the Hebrew letter that means the finger of the divine pointing. It's like a download coming down. So, of course, the wild part will point out everything that it can be afraid of. It's going to owl at the moon. I don't know nothing. I'm going to be on the reaction. I want to be right because this is what I know. And the higher self is there to guide you through this path. The lobster here represents a bit like, see, the lobster has a shell. It comes from the depth of the waters. When a lobster wants to grow, he has to break free from his shell, be a bit mushy for a little while, and then he's going to make himself another shell with his new size. So that is kind of an image of here your soul, yourself needs to grow, and it needs to break out of the shape of the reality that you had predefined for yourself by your ego. This is the truth, this is the reality, this is what you have access to, and so on. Breaking that so you can grow and remake yourself a new reality. That is the quest of the moon. And by doing so, here, Ace of Wands, right under our Ace of Pentacles, sorry, right under our Eight of Wands. So here, see, using your willpower, and yes, there is a pentacle out there. I see it, I know it, and I'm going to go and grab it. And when you're going to drop here, that we saw our 10 of Wands, what you're going to drop is the 5 of Pentacles. See, here between 5 and 7 is the 6 of Pentacles. And that pentacle is what is going to bring. And the 6 of Pentacles, this is when we actually are able to give and receive on a balanced manner. That means I give not out of sacrifice and not receive anything in return. I don't have a self-esteem that allows me to sacrifice myself for others and deny my needs. I don't get left out in the cold. I don't attract these kinds of situations. And I don't just work and see no results. Under this, see, under that quest here, to remove the obstacles so that you can start receiving, I have the Hermit and the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, right away, it's the heart chakra. It's that beautiful balance again. All the sixes represent balance. So that balance of give and take, like the Pentacles, but here of our emotions. That's why there's children. Children have no problem opening up and receiving when they are in a healthy environment, of course. So when you tell a kid, I love you, he's gonna say, yeah, I know, because his heart is open, he can receive, and he will give in the same way, unconditionally. So here with the Hermit, that tells me that here with the Empress, the Moon, the Hermit, what do they have in common? Is that they rely on their inner knowing, on the Empress connection with divine cosmic intelligence. She's got this, all the 12 zodiac stars on her crown there. It's the inner feminine ruled by Venus. The moon is the inner and it is the feminine. And here Virgo, the Hermit, the light that he follows is his inner light, is the beautiful balance of the masculine and the feminine. That's why it's the 6-pointed star. You have the masculine and you have the feminine, one on top of the other. Beautiful union of the Empress and the Emperor. What I receive, what I feel, what I'm inspired, I will have no problem acting upon it, going and doing the moves. That is the Hermit. One step at a time. It feels right. Yes, this is the move. I'm making it. My heart chakra is open and healed, because probably this had to do a lot with it. Here, under this, and it's probably because what will be driving you is from your heart chakra. Here, under the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Pope. And the Pope is actually the applied spirituality. Applied spiritual knowledge. So, if it's spirituality, it will be religion, or just actually doing it. Discernment, consciousness, morality, all of that. The Pope opens the doors and closes the doors in this world accordingly to our spiritual beliefs, not religion, beliefs, the High Priestess. So what we have access to, what we understand. So here, that means that you are using, because here you found your truth in your heart chakra. And that is probably, like I was saying, a big result of having your ruler and going through some very hard times of Saturn pointing out exactly where you lost your power, where maybe you enslaved yourself or believed this. Bottom of the deck here, 5 of Swords, where you mentally screwed yourself also from your beliefs of letting your mind undermine you. And then under this, I have also the 7 of Cups, making in that old 10 of Wands here. Here, I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I'm sacrificing. And when I look in front of me, what is out there for me, it's all mixed up with my old wounds. That's why this is very crucial at the beginning of the month, where you heal your heart chakra. Because when it's not healed here, it's all projected out there. These are not options. These are projections of all the possibilities. But you don't see what is the right one. Here, you don't see, because he's at the end of his cycle and he's got too many of the moves and the action and the baggage on his shoulders. And here, too many of his past wounds and hurts and mixed with the dreams, and it's creating a cloud in front of me. 2 cards where we don't see in front of us. And the Moon and the 7 of Pentacles, we're like working, but where is that going? Where is that going? This is what that you come in at the beginning of the month with the solution of that. Saturn told you, and you are going to apply it. And this is how you're going to release your past cycle. But you are going to use your willpower to do it. Let's clarify this for Capricorn. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorn for January 2021. Finally. Okay. Why? Show me the Empress and the Five of Wands. The Empress and the Five of Wands. Queen of Cups. This was emotionally being blocked. It's almost like you did not allow yourself to be abundant and successful. There was an old wound preventing it. But this here, Ace of Wands, that's what you need after dropping this. That Ace of Wands, that new, okay, it's clear now how I've been blocking myself. It's almost like you get that understanding. Either you got it in December, you get it at the beginning of the month. It becomes clear. You have this brand new drive, and it's completely linked to how much love you allow in. That's why we have our Six of Cups here. Following your intuition. Following what feels right. Giving that part of you more credit for the decisions and where you're going to align your moves. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. And as soon as you do that, poof, the universe starts going with you. Here you are, and here we have our Five of Wands again. So in a way, this would be releasing the slave part of the Capricorn here, of the devil. Not I'm doing what is supposed to be and all of that, looking at this as the reality and on what you base yourself to make your decision, but looking inside, Empress and the Queen of Cups, very feminine, because that part was the part creating conflicts, the parts inside of you where your beliefs that what you've went through until now is all there is. That's what he says with his fingers here. Here you see him doing that mudra. It's based on half knowledge, which enslaves us to this reality. But sometimes we have to undo this reality to create a new one. And that is what you're going to do. And it's going to be how you feel it. You're changing on that sense. Let's look at that Ten of Wands. And then, the World. Finishing that cycle. Finishing that cycle so that you can start Eight of Pentacles, seeing results. And then here the devil becomes positive in a sense of being able to be focused and aligning our energies in a really efficient and prosperous manner. Because it's going to be guided by your Empress and your Queen of Cups. Let's look at the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Cup. It's really getting, and that is what Eight of Wands, Page of Wands. See, we had that Ace of Wands. Oh, you're grabbing it and you're making the moves. Why? Because you're allowing more water within yourself. That means opening up to your feels, to your intuition, to your self-love, rising your water vibration. your intuition. Oh, all of that invisible world will not be scary anymore, but will actually allow you to grow. Let's look at the Hermit and the Six of Cups. Oh. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Finishing a way of thinking here, because we do have the Five of Swords. It's like if your old pattern was really sabotaging you. And here you get the end of, because you understand and you see how much that has hurt you. Ten of Wands, you're finishing that cycle. You can't go more than that. You can't do another, stick on your shoulders. You're going to break. It's time to do things completely differently by following your own inner light, and no more the old thinking pattern. Here, inner light, heart chakra, very clear. Empress, it's really how you feel, what you feel inside. This is what is going to give you that brand new way of doing things. Let's look at that Ace of Pentacles here. Something that makes you happy, and that is aligned with who you truly are. The Star. Aligned with your stars. And here I have the Fool. That's, of course, it asks for a leap of faith. But a leap of faith is impossible if we just rely on what we see. I have absolutely no proof that that thing is going to work. My only reference is how I feel. Try passing at the bank with that. I really feel it, sir. It won't pass. And that's why it is called a leap of faith. Because it is not written anywhere. You can't see it. Moon, you can only feel it. And even though maybe you denied it before, or you were all conflicted about it, once you get into that beautiful integrity here of, see, she's naked. She has no personas. This is a soul having a human experience, aligned with her cluster of stars, with her inspirations. She's willing to pour into the collective all of her old wounds. She don't need them anymore, because she knows she's connected and she's going to be infinitely provided for with new emotions and so on, in faith. This is faith. This is a leap of faith. You're doing a leap of faith into something here. And here, the Pope, you are going to actually apply it. Actually, if you really feel something, and you are in your truth, and you are vibrating an Empress and a Star, you can go to the bank, even if you have nothing to prove it, and it will pass. That's the magic of life. I've lived it myself. There you go. Pope, Ten of Wands again. Ten of Wands came out like 3 times now. Now you are going to finish that. Six of Swords. You're going to use your willpower. Like I said, see, he's pushing the boat with a wand. He's moving away with his willpower, away from the old wounds that were obstructing his vision, and from just keeping the swords. 6. The balance, when the mind reaches the heart chakra. This feels right. I'm using it. I'm doing it. And I'm using my willpower to leave that and move to that new seed with serenity, because I will believe in it. And I will actually make the decision to leave my old baggage behind. Now, of course, at that point, the Five of Pentacles is reversed as the Seven of Yes. See, the Five of Pentacles is reversed because this is who you decide to follow, to understand. That's the High Priestess. Page of Pentacles, you're grabbing that pentacle. 5 plus 1 is 6. That's the Six of Pentacles, like I was saying. And so here, High Priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups. You cannot have more. And Moon, this is very feminine. So it's almost like you're going to leave the action, trying, pushing, and using your masculine, but feeling inside like this is not working. And you are actually going to follow your inspiration, your intuition, your inner spiritual knowledge. And that is what is actually going to move you to a state where you are going to actually start seeing results from your efforts. Let's look at that seven of cups. Temperance, that's a healing. And here is the Seven of Cups. And here is the Seven of Wands. See, that's the emotional brewing. See, you're adding more water, you're healing your heart chakra, you're betting on your heart chakra. You're investing in you, in your own connection with the divine. So that by, see here, Temperance has the sun sign on his forehead. That's seeing the big picture. That's not being lost in, you know, oh, that's a dream, but that's a fear, and it's all mixed up together. Putting you, Seven of Wands, that often puts us on a very defensive mode. That the universe can be something that we have to fight against. It's hard. Life is hard. And that's going to be the difference by using and relying on your feminine. That's going to open doors, and that is going to guide you. Yes, no, I feel it, Hermit. So it's really my God, you know, you're releasing an old karma of, here I struggle and I have nothing. I'm going to call it releasing an old karma, Capricorn. And that is beautiful. And that is probably what Saturn tried to show you all last year, was in your face, in your face, in your face. And now you get it. But you're going to have to do that leap of faith during the month. All right. On this happy birthday again. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. You're probably gonna get this on the 1st of January because I'm really last minute. I've tried to take a break, and I mean, life happens, and I wasn't able to. So okay. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, on the new moon, full moon, I do a little ceremony to give back to you. If you want a private reading, the description is below. In the plus section, there's an email to write to me. And on this, namaste, all my love and light. And I'll see you next month. All right? Bye.